everyone, it's Kirsten from Redfield Crafts. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am just going to be sharing with you guys some of my finished projects that I have been working on. And I have just one WIP in progress, I believe. I'm not sure. I don't know. We'll talk about that when we get there, I guess. Alright, so first, I had some really nice alpaca wool blend yarn that I got, I believe, last year sometime. I think it was last year. Can't remember. But I made a scarf out of it for my sister for last Christmas. And I had like almost 2 full balls left of it. So I made a little ribbed beanie. Now the color isn't really picking up too well. It is like a coral peach color. It's showing like a magenta on camera. I'm sorry. My lighting isn't all that great. That's kind of similar to it. But yeah, just a simple ribbed beanie. I do have a tutorial for this pattern on my channel. I will link that down below for you guys. But the yarn that I use is called Gamettoli & Company BBB Alpaca 70. It's an Italian brand. It's 70% alpaca, 20% wool, and 10% acrylic. It was a 50-gram ball, so 80 meters, so roughly 92 meters, or 92 yards, I'm sorry, something like that. And I used probably roughly 130 maybe yards, give or take, to make this hat. I have a little bit of this yarn left over, so yeah, that was my first project that I have completed. The next thing, a friend of mine, she is having another baby girl. So I wanted to make her a few little things because I haven't seen her in a while. So yeah, one of the things I made for her is just a simple shell stitch baby beanie. So right there, I have a tutorial for this as well. I will link that below. The video for this design, or for this pattern, excuse me, it is a bigger size, but it's easily adjustable. You just gotta stop at your increase round. So yeah, this hat is, I believe, newborn size. So yeah, that was one thing I made for her. Just a simple little shell stitch beanie. And then I also wanted to make her a headband. So, can't remember. I don't remember. But all I did was a moss stitch for the band. So just simple single crochet chain 1 pattern. And then I made a little bow tie, or the tie part. You just basically increase 1 and then just make a little straight part and then start decreasing again to make the other side, and then just tie it on. I can't remember where I got just the tie part from. If I remember, I will link that down below for you guys, but all it was single crochets. So very simple, cute little baby headband. So, and then the main thing, for these two, I did use an H hook, so a 5mm, to make them. And I did use a Lion Brand mandala cake in the color Wood Nymph. So yeah, it all goes together with this next thing. I made a baby blanket. It's called the Sunburst Ripple Baby Blanket by Jayda InStitches. I will leave a link to that video down below as well. For this pattern, I used a size 4.25 millimeter hook, so a G hook, and this is what I made. This is what my project came out to be. So yeah, cute little baby blanket. It's from point to point, it's about 40 inches, so definitely a generous and decent sized baby blanket. This right here took 2 full cakes of the Lion brand Wood Nymph color and just a tiny little bit from the 3rd cake, and then obviously I used the same yarn to make the beanie and the headband. So very simple projects, quick little things. This baby blanket took forever to do though, only because I am not used to working with a small hook, and the 4.25 millimeter hook was kind of tiny. So, and then using this yarn, it just kind of dragged on, and after working on this for so long, I just got sick of it, and I would put it down and put it aside, and I would work on something else, and then I'd pick this back up. But I pushed myself to finish it because I wanted to get it mailed out to them. Her baby girl is due in September, so I mean I still have plenty of time, but I just wanted it done and out of my house. So yeah, that did that. The next thing I'm going to show you, a couple videos ago I made a purchase from Lion brand, and I ordered some of that kepi yarn. I am not a fan of that yarn. It was okay to work with. The yarn itself was fine. The pattern that came with it, because it was a little kit, you get a ball of yarn, a little pom-pom, and a size I crochet hook, and it's everything you need to make a hat. The only thing that I would have to say is you basically only have enough yarn in that one little ball to make the 2 smaller sizes of the hat. You would have to choose which one you would want to do, because I did the largest size, which was for a 6 to 12-year-old, I believe, and I did not have enough yarn to follow that pattern, to follow that pattern. I actually had to dig into the second one that I got to finish the first hat off. So this is the first one. Don't know if y'all can see that, but I mean, there's pros and cons to this yarn. It's very nice yarn. The only thing is, it goes from the thin to the like eyelash kind of fuzzy yarn, and then like when you work it for the bigger size and you go around, you don't have enough to go all the way around that round. So one side is basically flat, one side got the little fuzzy. So it's the only thing I have to say I don't like about the yarn. And I am not a fan of the pom-pom. It's very fuzzy. It's just, it feels kind of cheap to me. But yep, that's fine. All I did was I did one of Debbie from the Canadian Crocheters moves. All I did, because the pom-pom is just like thread, string, whatever. All I did was tie that in a bow, so that way the person that I'm giving this hat to can just untie it, take the pom-pom off, and wash the hat. Because I am not sure if this pom-pom is washable. It did, from the way it was written in the pattern, it seemed like it was, but I'm not sure. And I don't want to risk the pom-pom getting ruined, so that's what I did. If you guys, any of you guys know if these pom-poms are washable, please leave a comment down below telling me so that way I can let my friend know, because this hat is for her daughter, her older daughter. I was going to make this hat for her son, but when I was working with the yarn, I noticed it's got pink in it. So that kind of ruined that just a little bit. But yeah, one kepi hat. And then since I used a little bit of the second one to finish this one, I had enough to make the smallest size, which was a size for a child or infant size 6 month to 1 year old. So that is what I did. And again, one side's got the fuzzies, the other side doesn't. But yeah, came out okay. Same thing, just tied the pom-pom in a little bow so that way it can come off and wash. So yeah, that is the second kepi hat that I made. Will I be buying the kepi thing again? No, because I'm not a fan of it. I only did it that one time because it was on sale and I didn't want to try it, but after trying it, I'm just not a fan. So yeah, those are all of my finished projects that I have been working on. Again, I will leave links to where I got these patterns for the Jayda InStitches blanket, and I will leave links for my ribbed beanie and my shell stitch videos down below. So yeah, now we're going to go on to my works in progress. I am making a shawl. I was searching on YouTube for just simple shawls to make, and this one person that I have watched a few of her videos came out with a new pattern. It is called the Such Simple Shawl, and you just use mandala cakes, or one mandala cake, or you can use two depending on how big you want your shawl to be. The pattern is by Wilma Westenberg. I absolutely love this pattern. So this is the start of my shawl from her. It is so simple, just an easy four row repeat, and it's all double crochets. And you use a size J hook. So yeah, I started this project about 3.5 weeks ago, so that's how long it's been since my last update video. And obviously I ran out. I only had one cake of this color, which was the Spirit color by Mandala. So when I placed my Hirschner's order, they were having a little bit of a sale, so I got another Mandala Spirit color. So now I can finish. And the one good thing I gotta say about this cake right here is the center color. Sorry guys, my kids are home. What? Can you wait a minute? Alright, good. Can you wait a minute?
Yeah.
That's my daughter. Say hi.
Hi.
Alright, go away. Please. Can you go and wait for me? And I'll switch the game over. Piper? What? Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, the start of this cake from the middle is this light gray color. That's my cat coming in my room. So yeah, light gray color. And as you can see, when I started my shawl, I started off with a light gray color. So, and then goes the light gray, medium gray, and then obviously dark. So yeah, I really like that this is the same colorway as the first cake that I used, which is very nice. So yeah, this is what I'm working on right now, this pattern. And I like this so much that I have some Care On Simply Soft in an orchid color and a dark purple color that I'm going to use to make the same pattern. So the same pattern of this for my sister-in-law for Christmas. I actually already finished her Christmas gift. I made her a boomerang shawl that was by Moogly, but I fell in love with this even more, so I am going to make a purple one once I am done with this one for her. So yeah, that is all that I have done this past 3.5 weeks, give or take. Been kind of busy with the start of summer, just spending time and hanging out as a family, going to the pool, enjoying summer. That's probably how it's gonna be until both my kids start school at the end of August and beginning of September. So I may only have like a video up every couple weeks or so. Sorry about that. It's just I would rather spend time with them since they're still kind of young, and with us living here in Italy and being in Europe, we are planning on traveling and going to other places. So we actually, for I believe it was Father's Day weekend, we took a trip up to Verona, which is like 2.5 hours away from us, and we went to go see the Juliet balcony. At the end of this video, I will put in some pictures from that trip. We saw the balcony, and then we also saw the big arena that they have there that they still use for operas. So I will insert pictures of those at the end of this. So yeah, now all I want to do is, I guess, give a few shout outs to some podcasters that I have been binge watching. Like, I've gone back to their very first video and just trying to watch them all and catch up on all of them. The first one is Terry over at the Yarnjoy podcast. I really love to watch her videos and to see all of the projects that she does in a week's time, because oh my gosh, can she whip them out. I am thoroughly impressed by how much she does in a week's time. I wish I could do that, but unfortunately I can't right now. The next person that I want to give a shout out to would be Rose from Roselikescrochet. Every time I watch one of her videos, I just cannot help but just start cracking up laughing. Her laugh is so contagious. I love it. And her daughter is so cute. The next person is Summer from Summer's Tips and Stitches. I love to see all of the projects that she does. She's another one of those podcasters that gets quite a bit done in a week's time. She's mostly been doing shawls, but they are gorgeous shawls. So yeah. The last shout out I want to give is to Karen and Brian over at Fiber Hearts. Their chemistry that they have when they are doing their videos is just, it's just wow. They have only been crocheting I want to say about a year, maybe, both of them, and to see her husband actually try and do really well and make gorgeous projects, I am really impressed. I really like them. They are funny. They are hilarious. They crack me up every time I watch them. Unfortunately, when they do their lives, I'm not able to catch them live, only because of the time difference. They're in California. I am obviously in Europe, so that is roughly a 9 to 10 hour difference. So usually when they do their podcast or their lives, I am dead asleep because it's the middle of the night here for us. But yeah. So yeah, if you guys aren't subscribed to any of their channels, I would recommend checking them out and definitely hitting their subscribe button because I enjoy each and every one of them so much. And I believe that is all that I have to share with you guys. I do want to say thank you to all of my returning subscribers and a huge thank you to all of the new subscribers who have joined us. We are up to, I think from the last time that I checked, 550 subscribers. Wow. Thank you guys so much for staying with me and following me. It really means a lot to me. I plan on doing another giveaway probably when I hit 1,000 subscribers, only because shipping from here is expensive. I know just for me to ship a small little package to my family on the East Coast, it ranges anywhere from $15 to $20. So, yeah. Going to wait until I hit 1,000 subscribers to do another big giveaway or do another giveaway. And unfortunately, since shipping costs are so expensive and with me being here in Italy, I am only going to be able to have it it's only going to be available to residents of the US. And I am sorry about that. Just the last giveaway that I did for when I reached 100 subscribers, the person who won was lived in Canada, and the shipping for that was close to $50. So, yeah. Once we are back in the States, I'm sure I will be having lots more giveaways because I will be in the States as well, and I will be able to open that up to Canada and possibly internationally. But for now, only to the US. So if you're not a subscriber, I recommend hitting that subscribe button down below. Let's try to get those numbers up to 1,000 so I can have another giveaway to thank all of you for joining me and sticking with me thus far. So yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful week. And I will talk to you guys all later. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, to like this video, and also to hit that little notification bell to let you all know when I do upload another video. Until then, everyone stay safe and happy crafting.